Connection with an inspirational word for you. This is the Bishop's Connection to the Facebook family and friends. Oh, woo. This is the Bishop's Connection.
Good day to my my Facebook and YouTube family. Welcome to Bishop's Connection. Today's connection begins a two-part series, and it's going to be entitled Confession Brings Possession. Say it with me, confession brings possession. This is part one of our teaching. Our text can be found in the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10, the King James Version. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. The Amplified says, I'm a warrior. The MEV says, let the weakling say, I am a warrior. Faith-filled words reach into the unrealities of hope. They grasp the shape and form of the thing desired and draws it from the realm of hope and to the natural, material realm, where it can be seen, listened, and touched. It's within consistency that lies the power. Continuing to believe you receive and maintaining your confession of faith will result in possession, even in the face of contrary circumstances. In Mark 11:24, Jesus said, therefore I say to you, what things soever ye desire, he said, when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you will have them. You see, confession brings possession. Why? Because that's how God operates. Romans 4:17 says, as it is written, I have made you a father of many nations. Before, like God, whom he believed, who raised the dead and caused those things that do not exist as though they were, he called Abraham the father of many nations long before Isaac's conception. In Genesis, he, God, looked into the dark void when there was nothing and said, let light be. And the whole universe sprang into light. He did the same thing with the stars, planets, plants, animals, and even man. When God cut covenant with Abraham, he promised the Messiah would come out of his seed. You can reference Genesis 15 and Galatians 3:16. You see, throughout the Old Testament, God kept confessing that there was one coming through the mouths of his prophets. In the last book of the Old Testament, he was still confessing it. In Malachi 4, verses 5-6, the word says, see, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. He will turn the hearts of the fathers to their children and the hearts of the children to their fathers. You see, it took 42 generations from his first promise to Abraham that in him would all the nations of the earth be blessed. But it came to pass. Jesus, the Word made flesh, was eventually born in Bethlehem. We are to act like in Ephesians 5:1 and do the same, calling those things that are not as though they were in our own lives until they come to pass. Ephesians 5:1 in the Modern English Version says, therefore be imitators of God as beloved children. I know that verse 2 qualifies verse 1 by Paul's instruction to the church at Ephesus to walk in love, as Christ loved us and gave himself for us. However, it's yet a universal principle that we would do well to emulate as believers that have been instructed to walk by faith and not by sight. Let's make this confession before ending today's broadcast. Are you ready? Come on, let's make this confession unto the Lord. I can do whatever the word says I can do. Say it with me again. I can do whatever the word says I can do. Thank you for tuning in to the Bishop's Connection with your host, Bishop Dr. Henry R. Williams. Now, remember to do 3 things for me. I want you to like, I want you to comment, and then I want you to, there you go, I want you to share. Let's bless you before we dismiss this broadcast. May the shalom of God be upon you and your family. Love, peace, and blessings. Remember to remain safe and know that Pastor Gwen and I love you immensely, and we are praying for you. Looking to see you next week, same place, same time. Until then, may the rest of your week be prosperous and filled with the Lord's favor and blessings.
This is the Bishop's Connection with the inspirational word for you. This is the Bishop's Connection to the Facebook family and friends. Oh, woo. This is the Bishop's Connection.